Happy Wednesday, Copper Hills, and welcome to this week's In the Know video, where Nicole, we are standing in front of these TVs, which, church family, you may or may not have seen around campus before. And not only do they just look cool in our atrium, they actually serve a really important purpose. So Nicole, why don't you tell us some more about these TVs?
Yeah, so these are called our wayfinders, and you might think that they're just a way for you to find information, but they're really more than that. It's a way for people to find connection and community, as well as information. And so it provides a daily schedule of the things that are happening on our campus and where they're located. A nifty room directory where if you scan, it'll show you how to get to your rooms, and then some other resources telling you about what events are happening and places that people can find community here at Copper Hills. So if you've been wondering what these are, you had no clue what they were, our wayfinders are a way for people to find community and find connection with people here at Copper Hills.
So if you are at Copper Hills and you are looking for your class or your event, head to one of these TVs, or if you see somebody else on our campus looking around for something, maybe go introduce yourselves and take them to one of these. It's a great opportunity not only for them to get connected to what's happening on campus, but for you to take notice and take interest as well.
All right, now that we've told you a little bit about our wayfinders, Brian, why don't you tell us about a really cool weekend coming up in the month of February?
Absolutely. On February 23rd, we are having a baptism weekend here at Copper Hills where we get to celebrate people declaring their faith in Jesus through baptism.
Yeah.
It is such an amazing day of celebration here at Copper Hills, and we want you to be a part of that as well. If you are ready to get baptized and make your faith publicly known and take that declaration, then we want to invite you to sign up to be baptized. And you can do that by heading to copperhills.org/events. You can find a form there under the baptism page, and that will give you all of the instructions that you need. Our team is ready to come alongside you and walk with you as you make this decision and make Jesus known in your life and in the lives of those around you.
Yeah, and then we also have an event that kind of goes hand in hand with baptism for our kids.
We do.
And what is that all about?
Yeah, that's actually happening this week, this Thursday. We're having an understanding baptism class for our later childhood students that maybe have some questions about baptism. So this class is for them and you as their parents to attend with them, where together you can open up a conversation about what baptism is and when and if they're ready to take that step.
Yeah.
So it is a great informative class that we love getting to do as a Family Life ministry with you. So, but this is happening this week.
Yes.
So this is your last chance to sign up for that, and we'll keep you updated as more classes arise in the future.
Yeah. Okay, Brian, I need your thoughts and your opinions really quick.
You got it.
What have you thought about this series that we've been in called A New Way to Be Human?
It has been so good for me personally.
Yeah.
It has just put a whole new perspective on what it means to follow Jesus and how we do that in a world that is so focused and prioritized on so many other things.
Yeah, it has been so cool. And something cool that you might have noticed is we've kind of been talking about throughout the series spiritual practices. And as a church in this next year, we're gonna have different sessions where we talk about 6 different spiritual practices. And we have an event coming up on February 2nd that's going to kick off our spiritual practice sessions. And this one will be over that spiritual practice of solitude. Now, you might be wondering, what are spiritual practices? Maybe you haven't necessarily picked up on that theme in our series that we're going through. This Sunday, Pastor Dave over our life group ministry is going to be out in the atrium at 10 o'clock, and you can come, ask questions, have a cup of coffee, and figure out more about what these spiritual practices are and what it looks like for you to maybe get involved in coming to some of these sessions and learning about how to implement spiritual practices into your faith and your personal faith journey with Jesus. We are so excited about what spiritual practices are and what they're going to do to deepen our relationship with Jesus and how that will transform us to be with Jesus, to think like Jesus, so that ultimately we're mistaken for him.
Yep, we're going to be doing a couple of these spiritual practices classes over the course of this entire year. So stay tuned for more information. But right now, we want to invite you into the conversation, see if this is something that as a church family, we get to walk closer to Jesus in together. So excited for those. Church family, the last thing we want to share with you is that we have a session of Grief Share that is starting. If this would meet a need in your life or in the life of somebody that you know, would you direct them to our events page, copperhills.org/events, where they can find all of the details about Grief Share and when that session starts. It's starting on February 11th, this new spring session. And so, church, we just want you to be equipped with this information. And again, if this class can be a resource to you in this time in life that you're walking through, we do not want you to miss your opportunity to get involved in that class.
Yeah. Church family, we love you. We can't wait to see you this Sunday at one of our 3 services, 8:30, 10, or 11:30. And until next week, have a great week, Copper Hills.